for the most part, nobody has been a serious challenge to Vader. I mean, Kenny Omega gave him a fight. He actually stole a Vader bomb and got a near fall, but Barry Windham very nearly beat Vader. That's the closest anyone's come. But Vader has not yet faced Bill Goldberg. Yeah, exactly, Alex. Yeah, Windham, he was the most successful in there. More than 20 minutes, and I thought it was actually going to be kind of a bad thing from a booking standpoint. I mean, Windham, he's an S-level popularity, but I mean, he's been around the horn for a while. He's not been like the top guy. There's one negative as far as, you know, in real life you would rotate guys out. That's, you know, especially the old territory days that, you know, guy would come in and work 6 months, a year, year and a half, however long, and then it's moving on to Florida or Mid-South or AWA. Work for Eddie Graham down in Florida. Go work at the Cow Palace, San Francisco. Roy Shire. Roy Shire, talk about arrogance in pro wrestling. He was on KTVU, which is the Fox affiliate now. It was independent for years. Fox actually owns it, which is part, I might mention that, of why they don't want to have SmackDown live on the West Coast, because that KTVU newscast, my buddy Brooks works there as a reporter. I work with him in a couple different stations. He's there now. And point being is that Roy Shire went in there to KTVU, the place that he needed to get his show on the air in San Francisco on a major station. And he would spit tobacco juice on the floor, on like the rugs. He's, you know, nice, you know, TV station type setup, the business area. And here's, you know, as if pro wrestling didn't have a bad enough name. You got guys doing that. Look at Vader. Look at that strength on Goldberg. But yeah, this game will surprise you, most definitely. And that's a good thing. You know, it's not where, you know, like, where it gets annoying or too predictable. That's part of the fun of simming in this game. You never know for sure. Goldberg goes for the cover. But to pick back up what I was talking about earlier with Saudi Arabia, I'm sure Goldberg's getting a huge payday. But, you know, it's such bad PR for WWE to be taking money from that regime. You haven't seen it either, but look at Goldberg taking it to Vader now, a 2 count. And again, the test of strength right here. I mean, these two big men. Two former NFLers. And people don't know this, I think, or some people don't. Vader played several years in professional football. And before he passed, I heard in an interview say that being a pro wrestler is much more difficult than being an NFL player. And there are very few things you'll hear in life somebody that was in the NFL say this thing was more difficult than, but he said it and I believe it. Well, that's a good question on who Goldberg's facing. I don't know. And Alex, if you want to chime in, you actually, I presume, read the article. I just pulled up Firefox quickly enough to see, okay, yeah, it's really there. That's a thud. Vader throws Goldberg all the way down to the floor. Well, you know what? Even if they had an announced opponent, it would probably change 3 times between then and now. Look at this. Jackhammer on the floor. And a critical. Now, Vader needs to, Goldberg needs to get back in the ring. He can win the title, but he won't get off him. Oh, what was a schmoz finish here? Vader's about to luck into a double count-out retention. Can you believe that? Wow. Well, I think a rematch of some sort is in order. I don't know what we just saw. Goldberg hit Vader with a jackhammer on the floor. He got a critical. Under any other normal circumstance, title defense. Under any other normal circumstance, Goldberg knocking somebody out would just get into the ring. And this is set up like it is in Japan for most promotions where titles do change hands on a count out. But it was a double count out because Goldberg was locked in on that pinfall, which is part of the animation with the jackhammer.